Top 10 list finally of the TURs in the game. Gamma 1 and Frieza at number 10. We're not wasting any time. It was debatable for me. I'm thinking about the superheroes team, and I'm thinking about a new release, pretty much. A pretty much new release. AGL Frieza. Someone I really hoped would make it through. We would get some sort of content for him. And at this point, my only hope is worldwide we're getting Planet Namek Saga, or we're getting something Frieza related and Goku Super Saiyan Goku related. I mean, I know we had a worldwide like this. I know. But I mean, come on now. Planet Namek Saga is so worth it. Frieza needs help, plain and simple. Let's actually scroll up. Let's go to Frieza right here. Let's just look at him real quick. So, I'm not going to completely read his passive. But as you can see, we can't see any defensive prowess other than raw stats. As you can see here, raw stats. I mean, as you can see here, he has plenty of raw stats. I would call him the new addition in Piccolo from the last meta. The previous meta. The Zamasu event meta. Yeah. That meta. The Omega Shinron meta. He's like the version of Int Piccolo that we all loved, but Int Piccolo actually had a good team. Frieza has a horrible team. He's gonna end up being not even a best unit when, like, for this unit to ever come back to life, the unit right beside him needs to be Beast Gohan level for him to shoot up the list. Not saying for him to be valuable, but for him to go from like number 10 to number 5 or something, he needs help and bad. His leader skill, oh, that's another thing I want to talk about real quickly. This leader skill is just not it in today's meta. It's all extreme units, it's all extreme villains, and I don't even have to tell, like, there's not a single good cooler unit in the game. There's not a single good unit like LR Frieza is the only one. I mean, Tech Golden Frieza is going to be ageless. AGO, the other T-War AGO Golden Frieza, they're ageless because of defensive prowess. But, like, seriously, I mean, Space Traveling Warriors don't have much help either. I mean, you got Baby. I mean, AGL LR Baby, I mean, he's solid, I guess. He's just all around. He's just mid. We're going to actually do Gamma 1, and so we're actually going to do Gamma 2 as well as number 10, because I really didn't know. Like, I know it says top 10, but I'm like, it's debatable. Like, you could convince me that Gamma 1 is better than Frieza. Especially with the superheroes team. Like, if we're thinking about the value he brings, even in today's standard, in today's meta, you know, he does have to build up. You could tell that he's an older unit because he still will have to build up that 50% damage reduction. But guard for 4 turns, decent stats, defensively would be able to hang in there with normals. The only problem is you have to build him up. Here's another thing about Frieza. Frieza, actually, you could build up with him. You know what I'm saying? Stack his attack. The big, yeah. The big active skill. And on top of everything, he can debuff. So, as the more I go on, the more I'm liking Frieza at number 10, yeah, and Gamma at number 9. It took me the video to get to understand, yeah, Frieza is definitely better than Gamma 1. Even though Gamma 1, you could make an argument. Now, for my list, I don't have EZAs, but super EZAs aren't EZAs. They've been EZA'd. I sort of classify this as like a true TUR at this point. Like, the EZA, we're still going to keep EZAs separate, but super EZAs is like stepping out into the domain of you're actually like a banner unit. Like, Gotenks is actually very powerful and actually like holy shit, he's actually a viable option. He's not like a sub EZA. He's not like a, he's a super EZA. I mean, he's got 2 EZAs basically. So I'm gonna count him. All super EZAs are getting counted for the list because this is their final product. They won't. Nothing will ever happen. This is him. He's for this meta. Just you gotta trust me. Super EZAs are for the current meta. So Gotenks at number 9. Let's sort of read what bro is doing. Yeah, Gamma 1, get out of here. So Grim Reaper of Justice Rampage Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I mean, here's his card art. Here's a sticker. You can see, like I said, he has an EZA. He has a base. So let's just read his Super EZA quickly. Not really read it, but just look at it. Like you could just slowly just see like all the things that he's doing. You could pause the video, but I mean, I've got a video to create for you to watch. So I can't just sit here and waste everybody's time. But if you want to read all this, I'm going to basically just break it down to very great defensively and very great offensively. And has dodge. So, I also get that 11 key very often. Very, very often. Now, God Goku's an ageless. He's just ageless. I mean, he's still sort of in his prime. Like, it's sort of weird. Compared to all the other units, he has far surpassed and far outlived what I thought he was going to be able to do. You still see God Goku being ran on teams and YouTube videos all the time. He's one of those spectacular units. You could tell he's aged a bit. But he's still really damn good. And it's not only because of defensive prowess, it's because of his leader skill. Pure Saiyans and Hyper Saiyans? With an explosive 30, like this is Power of Wishes and Exploding Rage, especially Power of Wishes, is a real category. His leader skill is just universal, right? His passive is still really good. There's plenty of orb changers on his team. There's plenty of great defensive options on his team. So even though, like, basically, he could be the worst defensive unit on the team. That's how many good defensive options are on Pure Saiyans right now, and Hyper Saiyans at the same time. It's too many good defensive options. I tend to get additionals with him a lot. I end up doing 3 supers because of the hit of potential build. Like I ran like 10 additional max dodge, like 3 crit. You know what I'm saying? He stacks attack and defense. He has guard with 6 key. Dodges with 6 key, 60% chance. Build him the right way. You just gotta trust me, man. I mean, like I said, you probably still use God Goku. Like, you don't even have to trust my word for it. I mean, here's number 7 and 6 though. I put them together because they sort of they serve the same exact purpose. Like, honestly, we don't even have to read them. Like, they're self, like, this is just self-explanatory. Like, this explains itself. Dodge. Can hit hard. Herigon can look offensively better than Super Saiyan 3 Goku under the right conditions. His crit chance is crazy. His dodge chance is crazy. Come to find out, you thought you dodged 3 attacks is guaranteed dodge for the rest of the turn. His base form is it's a little shaky, but overall, this is where they are. I will be saying Herigon is better than God Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Honestly, if you want to like fight me about it or like argue with me, I could make this switch right here. Like, yeah, this looks a bit better. Yeah, this looks way better. This looks 10 times better. Honestly, the more I think about it, Gotenks is even above them. Like, truth be told, if you told me Herigon or Gotenks, I'm saying Gotenks. If you told me Super Saiyan 3 Goku or Gotenks, I would keep Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Yeah, okay, so we're actually going to cut and edit this list, and we'll be right back. Now, the reason why I just edited the list is because the more I think about it, the more it's like extreme class units are really at a deficit. Now, if he had more help, or if there was more extreme class villains or extreme class units, maybe you could talk to me. But in today's meta, I'm not gonna say it isn't getting better, because it is. It is getting much better. Villains are actually, starting to be decent. Um, I feel like they're getting much more respect, especially because I've seen Cell Max. I see what they did with the EZA LR Buhan. I'm seeing what they did with the whole the entire Buu Saga campaign. Like that entire celebration was just fire. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But yeah, I think this is, yeah, I like this look. And because Goku, he's just, that dodge is important, but it's more about his active skill in that scouter, in that, blocking a massive attack, and dodging it and countering with a huge blow and stunning the enemy. That's really what it is. This is why I'm putting SSJ3 Goku above Gotenks, but I'm putting Gotenks above Herigon. Yeah, I'm glad I counted the super easy A's. You could call me what you want, like, oh, he's still an easy A or whatever, but I think I like the fact that knowing that this is their peak, this is their peak. We've always got something to look forward to when a character easy A's, we're gonna get a super easy of them, even if it's 5 years later, okay? But knowing that this is his peak and that there's nothing, like, we're not expecting a triple super easy. That's just fucking insane. It's just ridiculous. My one cuss word for the video. Please, YouTube, don't do anything weird. Okay? But I just had to explain that for people to understand. Let's move, along. And you see Rose. I mean, man. Mastery of power of rage. Man, this is a character. It's sad because I don't have him. And it's also sad because I want to move him up in a list, especially because of Cell Max and, other characters. But I can't be too blinded by, what do you call it? Assistance or help, or, the team around him. Is more about where he is, as a character and as a unit. It's different from Herigon, due to the fact that Herigon literally has no help at all. Like, he has nothing on his own team. And he's the last option you would want to run if you're even using a team. He's like, okay, well, damn, Herigon. Rosé's just explosive, especially because they buffed him. All the super easy A's, all like the Kid Buu super easy A, the physical Goku Black super easy A, the tech evil Buu, the Extreme Z awakened tech Buu, who transforms 2 times. I mean, the Majin Buu, like, the villains they're eating. The Majin Buu villains are eating very good right now. But here's the caveat. They are all so super cohesive, right? With the healing, the orb changing capabilities with Good Buu. I didn't even mention the tech Good Buu. It's a lot of... that team is spectacular as a villain team. They're just super cohesive. But the thing with super bosses right now is that they have offensive prowess and defensive prowess at the same time. That is why I think I prefer super bosses. But when it comes to unit, I cannot sit here and tell you that I think Goku Black is a better unit than good Int Buu. I can't do it. I know his team right now is more efficient and better. But him as a unit, I don't see him better than Buu. I don't see it. Buu is just doing way too damn much. He's a better tank. He's got well, we're not even on Buu, and I'm already glazing him. That's just, what it is. Let's see his transformation, because he does have a transformation as well. His transformation is pretty good. It's a domain, so that's negative aura. I'm just gonna be 1000% honest. That's minus 1000 aura if you have a domain. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's minus 1000 aura. I'm sorry. It's minus 1000 aura if you have a domain. You just weaken exponentially. You are just damaging yourself. It's not the same as back then, like when everyone just had an active and everyone was transforming and it was so fun. now they're strategically making it a point. Hey, you know what would be funny? If we make the transformation condition attached to the hip of the domain. And not only that, let's make the domain condition sucky. Let's just troll them a little bit. Make them wait 5 turns after their start of battle. Man, that's some bullcrap. Like, man, I ain't even, like, you know what? We not even, because I'm about to get mad right now thinking about it. Like, that domain update better be fire. I'm just saying, they better come correct with that domain update. Like, I went from wanting to be funny to, man, because I really want this Goku Black. But he's right there where he belongs. Plain and simple. Number 4, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's a stellar unit. He's a capable unit. He's one of those units that's just going to go out there and perform every time. He does have a slight condition to the Majin Buu Saga, but guess what? Majin Buu Saga is not lacking at all. It's relevant. Not going to sit here and say it's better than Super Bosses, but god damn it, it works. And he as a character is definitely better than Rose and more efficient. Now the thing with him compared to Rose is I feel like the longer the battle goes, the worse he gets. You know what I'm saying? The longer the battle, the worse. That is negative 500 aura. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay because he's still really goddamn good. All right? He's still him. I'm not going to talk about him much because I don't want this video to get too out of hand. Because I'm already sensing the hate and I'm already sensing, the anger from this list. What? You think Rose is not as good as Goku? I think this is a pretty fine list. What? You think Aunt Boo is better than all these units? Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I already slightly was glazing him, but let me just glaze him a little bit more for the haters in the back. Look at everything he's doing. Look at this. Recovers 10 HP at the starter character's attack and turn for the rest of battle? What the hell? He just has, this is just the entrance. What? And then another 10%? Like, for 5 turns from the character's entry? That's already 20% HP. All you need is a Majin Buu Saga category ally on the team. And if you're running him, you know who's coming right behind him, right? That physical LR Gotenks that transforms into Buhan. Like, I already mentioned all of them. Like, I'm not about to sit here and re-mention all of them. That team is just filled to the brim with good extreme options. Key +2 attack and defense 150%, an additional 150% when attacking, and a great chance to super attack. Man, where are you seeing these at? This is LeBron in his prime, and he still got a lot more. Guards at 50%. They did this for a reason now, because once you're below 50%, he can finally die, so he can get his guaranteed Ghost Usher, which is actually smart. Remember how I said he recovers? Yeah, he recovers more. How are you still recovering, bro? And if you thought that was cope, I mean, this was just... Imagine if he covered the full rotation. That probably would be the best team in the game. Like, it would still be... Like, imagine if Boo covered, like, any unit on the rotation. If any unit on the rotation died, you revived. He would be unanimous. He would easily be the best TR in the game. This one line alone, it changes things, because it's only when he dies you can get the revive. I mean, but you still, full health. It's not 40%, 50%, no, full health. This is how they treat Boo units. Just give him health. Health him up. They want to make it like, they really want to make it seem like how it was in a Dragon Ball Z saga. Man, shout out to Dragon Ball Z, because I've been watching it lately, actually, and it's actually been pretty cool. It's actually been pretty fun. I'm watching like a 4-hour edited video of just the Buu Saga, and I'm on part 1. It's 3 parts so far, and that video has been clutch. I've literally just been watching the whole Buu Saga, like all the important parts back to back to back, like no fillers or no funny things. Like, it's actually really lit. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. But he actually has a survive mechanic as well. So if you get hit with a big super, he survives, and he attacks, he'll heal. Boom. And he gets an extra defense and guards. I mean, come on. Like the only reason he's not, you know, number 1 or number 2 is because Toppo is even better than him. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna, instead of actually going over his details and you know, doing a whole big spiel, I actually sort of want you to hate on me as hard as you want. This is plus 5,000 aura for me. Because say what you want about Toppo. All you global players hating on Toppo and saying Toppo's not him. I promise you he is. Especially with that new Jiren that just dropped. Oh yeah. They eating spectacular right now. Very spectacular. And that EZA Tech Jiren, yeah, Toppo's team is eating pretty damn good. And him? Woo. Let's just, oh, yeah, we're not going to read his details. I forgot. We're not going to read his details. You just go study up and you go do your research on, you know, Toppo. You go on ahead out there and you just go watch a Toppo showcase. And you just see how that works out. Okay? You just got to trust and believe me with this one. Toppo is better than all of these TURs. Except for Vegeta. He's just too dominant. I feel like I never lose when I run Vegeta's team. Like, I literally just made a video on, like, talking about how dominant Vegeta is. And he's favorite. So this is biased at the same time. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. It's biased, but it's backed up bias. It's backed up bias. Vegeta actually backs up everything. He sits there in slot 1 and eats the biggest super attacks in the goddamn game. What TURs are just... No TURs except for him is doing that. Well, Toppo is doing that. And that's why Toppo is right there. But Vegeta is just throw that nigga in slot 1. Excuse my French. Throw him in slot 1. And he's going to survive. He's got big damage reduction. He's got guard. And if he supers first, he's 100% surviving. He's just him. He's got an active skill that nukes the opponents and, you know, attack breaks. I haven't seen a unit with this much promise in years. I mean, that's just so beautifully just designed. Well, the only thing that makes his design a little weird is the extreme part. But hey, who would have ever thought an extreme unit would be number 1? Just for the simple fact that an extreme unit is number 1 on a list and you thought it wasn't an extreme unit, I deserve a subscribe. Because I know you had no idea an extreme unit could ever possibly be at the top of a list. Because when has an extreme unit been at the top of the list? It's been a long time. I mean, LR Murzamasu was probably seriously like, oh my god, he's the number 1 unit in the game. When Broly and Gogeta was first announced, Broly was better than Gogeta, but after time, we've slowly seen, okay, yeah, Gogeta's definitely better. And it's because of Super. It's the Super unit surrounding him that just makes him explode even better. It's not an LR list, so I shouldn't really be talking about Gogeta, but I just want to reference how Gogeta literally gets boosted up because of his turn 6 active, and the heal, the dodge. It's just way more valuable. You know what I'm saying? And his team is just improving with all these superhero releases. It's ridiculous. But Vegeta at number 1, I think is deserving. We all unanimously agree that he's the best out of everybody. Like, this is not something nobody really fights over. Like, yeah, Vegeta's just, everyone talks positive about Vegeta, so this shouldn't be a shock. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know I'm going to enjoy this one. I'm actually probably going to eat some popcorn later today and watch this. Maybe I'll drop this today or tomorrow. Who knows? It all goes according to plan. Beast Gohan actually drops soon, y'all. So make sure you're saving for Beast and summoning for Beast before you even touch the Gammas. I'm out.